Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Dani Mantilla. Estamos aquí en el Festival de San Sebastián, en el set audiovisual interior de Kinótico, patrocinado por Repsol, en el Hotel María Cristina. Hoy nos acompaña Palfi György, director de Gen, que es una película que tuvo su estreno mundial en Platform, en Toronto, y que aquí se está viendo dentro de Zabaltegui Tabakalera. Welcome, Palfi. How are you? How is San Sebastián treating you?
Hello. I like to be here. It's my that was my first festival in my life with
Cool.
feature movies. So my first feature movie, Hukle, in 2002, was in a competition here in San Sebastian. So
That's cool.
how looks like a festival word, I learned here.
Cool,
So
cool. I think this is maybe the most original and surprising film that I have seen here in San Sebastian. What was the origin of Hen for you? What was the origin, the first idea of Hen for you?
to make a good movie. It's we are working on it always, and well, thank you for saying it's this is a original and surprising movie, because I always told Zsófia, the scriptwriter of the movie, it's we are not enough brave. I would like to make much more brave movie. So it's I'm very happy if it works for you and the audience. The first idea was, I think, when we find the structure of the movie. It's how we can tell two different line story. So it's one story which is going to the Hollywood happy end and big success. Somebody successfully made on will what she or he wanted, and the other one is and the same times how we can tell a story which is going in a tragic way until the tragedy, and how we can cross it, and when it's realized, then we choose a small one which is a chicken, and the big one which is a big political meaning and happening, which is how the migrants try to come into the Europe, and how a big problem is today, and how they are mixed together with in a very small human story, which was very interesting for us. So we just wrote it then.
I read that the film is shot in Greek, despite you don't speak Greek. That's because you wanted to like say this is a Greek tragedy that we are living nowadays, or is there another reason behind it?
When we knew we can shoot this movie in Greece, then we decide we investigated what is the problem, what they are need to fight every day, and usually internationally, and always coming from the news. That is why we use this migration problem. So the location brought us the main story.
The leading character in the film is a chicken. You had eight chickens playing this character. How have you done this film? How is it possible what we are seeing on the screen?
Yeah, before the shooting, we didn't know is it possible or not. I had a very good animal trainer friend, Arpad Halász, who told me when they are teaching dog trainers, which in the future dog trainers, the first task to need to teach a trick for chicken. If they can do it, then they can step forward and they can become a dog trainer. But if they not, then this is they went out of this business of this job. So he told me it's possible to work real chicken. So and it's happened in the shooting. Yes, we use 8 different chicken. It looks like one hero. Nobody knows the difference between the chickens. We usually, the audience and or human doesn't know really what need to watching in a chicken face to find the differences. So this 8 chicken and plus 3 stunt chicken, so 11 chicken together playing one character, one role. And we needed to work with 8 chicken because they couldn't work too much, half an hour, 1 hour.
Like the
And
kids, like boys and girls, they can do many
no,
hours.
this is not similar than working with children, because the children has different problems. Chicken has only one problem. It's she is hungry or not. And if they are eat a lot, then they doesn't want to work. We go, why? Because they are okay. They are comfort. They just living with full of stomach. So it's until they are hungry, we could work with them. But sometimes that was very tricky for the animal trainers, because if a chicken is very hungry, then she is very fast, which is not so good because the DOP cannot follow her. So we needed to find the right speed of the chicken, which is a very, very comfortable way how her stomach level is. But until they were very kind animal, and we could work very good, and we didn't use any CGI or AI in this movie with the chicken. Of course, we use CGI just to vanish the animal trainer next to the chicken, but we never touched the chicken because they were amazing actors.
Did you ever consider doing this film, for example, with animation?
No, not at all. It's that was a task. In this case, much more easier to make an animation movie because you can draw what you want. I wanted to make a real movie. Usually, I make features, so I like the reality and how we can modify the reality for a movie. So that wasn't a question. This is a real chicken, a real movie.
But this is not the first time that you have worked with animals. Why do you think you go back to them to tell stories using animals?
It's yeah, I think it's animals is a much more important part of our life than we think, and it's not need to live outside in a village or farm environment to understand it. It's the animals. Somehow is important in my life too, but I'm living in a city, and in my previous film, I always thinking in kind of a biological way, and I try to find who we are, humans, and what is the different between human and animals. We are animals too, so it's just a little bit much more complex, and looks like we have chance to make moral decisions, and we need to work with the responsibility, and we need to live our life not just the animal. It's somewhere here what I can find the human. It's usually most of our body and working and feeling and emotions came from our animal side. but we have a very, very, very small difference how we can thinking about own self, and can we make decisions, moral decisions, or not? That is what the movie try to talk about.
What was the process with the human actors? Because they have to be in the background, and that has to work, but the hand has to work as well. How was mixing all those elements?
Yeah, the human actors had a much more hard acting task in this movie, because they needed to waiting for the chicken, and they needed to act with these chickens, and always the chicken was the main important character for us, and they needed to hogy mondják az alázatot? Mi? Yeah, they needed to humble with this chicken, and it's I think it's was much more hard than just acting and maybe changing or something, because the chicken always was very good in a first or second role. After they bored uh, bored they're bored about this scene. They didn't want to do again, because why? She did it very well. So the actors needed to waiting for the right moment and acting in the right moment, the right place, because the main actress was a chicken.
It feels like this is a process that takes time. Time when you're doing a movie means money. And this is a very particular story and way of telling it. Was it hard to get the money to do Hen, to get the funding for this film?
Yes, always very hard to find the finance. I don't know other people how can find, because for us is a nightmare. Usually, somebody asks me, it's needed a lot of patience for the chicken. No, needed a lot of patience for waiting for the money and waiting for the funding. It's we needed to find producers in this movie, Thanasis Karantanos, who believed the movie, and he told, okay, we finance the movie. We didn't get money from the Erimage, which was you know, how can we make a movie in Europe without Erimage money? We needed to work without my country money, because in political reason I cannot make movie in my country. So that is why I need to make a Greek movie. And we were very lucky. A lot of Greek director waiting for the money to make our own movie, and they gave me a chance to make a movie there, which I don't believe it, and I would like to thank. But the finance, because maybe we always give strange ideas, and this is not compared the before movie, so it's maybe looks like a risk for the producers, but I try to tell them I am not a risk. It's
I know what to do.
yeah, I just would like to play with other subjects and trying something new. I have now a lot of idea, but it's I don't see my future. It's how I can get the money for it.
Is there is it possible to leave any space to improv, for example, or to try new things while you're on set, or it has to be everything really calculated because of the actors, because of the hands? It's like, is there any space for trying things when you're filming the set, or you have to do what you were?
In this movie?
Yes.
In this movie, it everything was planned, needed. So it's because you know we talked about the finance, so it's we calculated how many days we need to shoot with chickens, and we got half of the days to the possibility. So sometimes I shoot it with two cameras, which means it's not the same scene. So it's in a parallel time we are shooting two different scene, two different location, and I had two monitors and then parallel directed and instruct the scenes, because it's yeah, it was kind of a low budget movie. És miről beszéltünk, hogy mindegy. Did I answer your
Yes,
question?
I got it. Yep. We like to end our interviews here in Kinótico asking you what's the film that you would recommend to your own 18-year-old version, like a film that you would have liked to watch then, and why? It's a difficult question. I
Yes,
know.
it's very difficult question because it's more than 120 years of film history, and I like a lot of movie very much, and it's choosing one, it's very hard.
Maybe one that you discovered later in life. Maybe one film that you discovered later.
I think I saw already a lot of good movies, so it's. I hope in the future will be something very good what I can watch. But I remember this time when I was 18. But I am in a lucky position because I made a movie which was called The Final Cut, and I could use 450 movie to make a love letter for cinema. And this 450 film wasn't enough. And always I say, oh, I forget this movie what I like very much, and there is a why I didn't use a shot from this other movie. So, I have a best 10, of course, and this is a very, very hard question because I would like to answer it, but it's two separate lists. One is my youngest time, before 18, which is maybe not the best movies, but I like from my heart because was my developed period in my life. And after 18, which I started to watching the film history and understand why good a movie, why not, why I like it, why not, and the meaning and etc. This is a many Tarkovsky, Kubrick movies after my 18s, but before. My favorite movie is Brazil from Terry Gilliam. So if I need to tell a movie, let's watch it. This is maybe not the best movie, not a perfect one in my life, but one of the most important.
That's cool. Thank you. Please enjoy San Sebastián. Si podéis ir a ver Gen, se está proyectando estos días en Zabaltegui y seguimos aquí en Kinótico con más entrevistas en este espacio patrocinado por Repsol. Hasta pronto.